Master. He's from Gisborne, Joel Hinare, ladies and gentlemen.
Master Woolhandler. Ronnie Goss, ladies and gentlemen, is the wool handler on table 4. She is a New Zealand team member. She is a master wool handler, a big farmer. She shears, she crutches, she does the whole damn job. Ronnie Goss, ladies and gentlemen, o Mangamahu.
From Taumaranui, a little wee ways up the North Island, we have Anita Phillips, ladies and gentlemen. Give her a hand. Haven't seen her around for a while, but she's back and she's ready to take this title.
Ooh, she got a lovely smile too. She's welcome along, Anita. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a competitor that's been a world team winner. She is from Taihape. She does a little bit of schoolwork, and in between times, she is a young mother. Cherie Alabaster of Taihape, Gumboot City, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck to you, wool handlers. Shearers, we want you on the boards, and we're going to get up and let's rock and roll. Shearers, just a little note, as long as the door closes, you can come back. If there's a fleece on the floor, please don't hesitate. That wool handler, these are the top wool handlers. If they've got a fleece on the board and you step on it, that's called wool away. That's
throughout history, Kiwis
that's the
have
way
pushed
the cookie
boundaries,
crumbles. We're
embraced
after
new ideas, and built a
good
country that has become a
entertainment
proud
here,
provider
and
of food for the
Tuma,
world. Today,
Audrey
people in our
Tomanui, she's
primary
watching us
sector
via
continue
the
to be
net.
innovative
She's
and
been
brave,
quite good on this
continually
microphone,
seeking to
hasn't
change
she?
the
So,
game,
kia ora,
finding ways to
Audrey. I
improve
suppose you're
productivity
watching the
and
Masterton
profitability, and
and
creating
all the
sustainable
Maoris are
businesses
in
and jobs.
Tautahi or Christchurch as we go.
Qualified people
Get
build
them
better
underway.
businesses and better careers and support the
Just waiting on the
economic
green
growth
light.
of the
These wool
primary
handlers,
sector for
ladies
the
and
benefit
gentlemen,
of all New Zealanders.
they will be handling 6
We will
long wool
change the
and
game.
4 second
That's
shear
just
fleeces.
what Kiwis do.
We will have a 15-second delay in between the two wool lengths. The sealed time, which is the time that they've got to tidy up at the end, is 30 seconds. Timekeepers ready. Shearers, get set, go.
Well, they're off and going once again here, a little bit different in the discipline this time round, where the wool handlers are the kingpins. The shearers are just there to provide the wool. Don't hold back, shearers. This is an open class event. You have just been warned. Step forward and make it happen. The pressure's going to come on. We have, of course, a top range of competitors have gone through the Golden Shears here to get to this event, sponsored by Primary ITO and Joel Hinari, looking pretty sharp here. Very excellent competitor. He'll have his downtime right back to the minimum at the end of the game. And at the other end, the experience of New Zealand representative Ronnie Goss. So between them, just a couple of young buds, Anita and Cherie. So, Koro, early, slow start, these shearers. I think need to warm in. We don't want to be here half the night.
All right, shearers, it's time to wind the engine up, give a little bit of a boost in the speed. We had the belly taken off, ladies and gentlemen. At the top of the belly was a little yellow crusty bit called the frib wool. You saw the wool handler separate that. That's only worth about 25 cents a kilogram on a good day, and the rest of the belly wool's worth about $2. There she goes, the first fleece. Oh, Joel Henare's got a lovely fleece. Come on, shearers, just keep coming back at them. No hesitation this evening. We want to put the pressure on them. Then we got the sock wool. The sock wool is modulated fibre. It is hollow. It doesn't take the dye, as Audrey has been saying over the last 3 days. But look at this beautiful long wool from Cross Keys. Wicks, what a lovely lineup of wool you have here. The wool handler is charged with taking off just the dirty little bits on the side of the fleece. We call those the first pieces. They're worth about $1.50 to $1.80. The rest of that beautiful fleece that we could hopefully sell, maybe PGG Wrightsons could sell that wool and get about $6 a kilogram for them. We call these wool handlers value adding. They're adding value to the wool clip, to our national clip, $700 million a year. This is what this wool is worth to the economy. It ain't a dead-end job, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of money, and like all the politicians that have just had a pay rise, well, let's hopefully we can get a pay rise as well. The fleece has been rolled up there by Cherie Alabaster. This girl here is a fast mover, Tuma. She's already taken it, but how's the Goss woman down there.
Ronnie Goss has got a lovely fleece. You just watch this as she puts it on the table. Anita Phillips, lovely. Look at Ronnie, floats it on there. How's Joel Henare going?
Oh, Joel's going really well down here. He didn't give that first fleece, if you'll notice, ladies and gentlemen, he didn't give it much ear time. He just sort of laid it out there and unrolled it like a little rug. He thought, if I give this fleece ear time, it's going to take off into the audience, and that's not part of the deal here when I want to win this final. The second one, he just give it that little bit more of a flick. He was more confident. Why would they do that? These fleeces, they can tell when they're getting them off, folks, whether they're going to hold together or not. If they're nice and tight, they'll just turn and flick and really float it over there. But if it's loose and it's a big sort of, one there, it's got to land square on that table, they'll take a wee bit more care with it. In between times, they've got all their tables full. Now, that's got to be empty before that shear is finished. So this is where they've got to get busy. In and around, they get those little fingers going. Look at this, Joel Henare. Anita Phillips. She says, where am I going to put that? I'll put that in that bin there. I knew the bin I wanted, but I couldn't remember where the bin was. The shearer is on to the last shoulder now. Back she skips. 1, 2 little bounces. She looks to the table, gives it a shake. Why does she do that? Why does Joel Henare clean his table? Because it must be clean before the next fleece arrives. Why do we chuck this big long wool over the table? Because those little fluffy bits. You watch these throws. Have a look underneath the tables, ladies and gentlemen. See that little stuff falling out? You know what that does? It covers tennis balls and tennis balls only. But anyway, let's have a look at the throws. Tuma, what's your throws like down your end there?
On table number 3, Cherie Alabaster, the school teacher. She had a beauty. Ronnie Goss down here on table number 4. Her fleece was a little bit bigger, a bit bulkier, and it actually got caught up at the top end. There's a bit of folded up underneath. But here we go. Look at these shearers. They're putting some good pressure on these wool handlers. I see there's a little bit of black wool coming through down here, Gerald.
Black wool, you can't have that, ladies and gentlemen. What does black do, kids that are in the crowd? Black absorbs. It won't show colour. You wouldn't want a big black patch in your white carpet, would you? It must go down the porthole or somewhere secure so it never ever ends up in any of these lines of wool. The shearer will yell out, black wool, and the rousey will jump to the sky and go roaring over there and get hold of it quickly. It has to go. That's the reason why it does. Once upon a time, everyone right now probably thinks the natural colour of a sheep is white. No, it wasn't. It was black and white. Man bred the white sheep so he could add colour to it. But meanwhile, the colourful action's going to arrive on Phillips's table. Oh, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Just a flick through it. Joel Henare, we get a roar from the crowd. The wool handlers behind me are saying, oh, yes, Gerald Spain, that's a beauty. Give him a roar. Right, Alabaster. Back she goes. Look at them bouncing here and there. They're starting to suck some air now. They're thinking so much. They can't take too much off, but they can't leave it on. They've got to make a call, and only they can do that. What's going to happen from here, and where's all these fleeces going? They're going out to some eagle-eyed judges out the back under some beautiful bright lights so they can make sure that everything is dead right and dead clean. Right, table sitting full. Where's that fleece gone for Anita Phillips? Did she shove it in the bag? She's a couple of steps ahead. She's on fire. She's got the shorts on. She's ready for a day at the gym. She said, this is going to be my workout right here, right now on these 6 full wool at this moment. Brushing those little bits off. Okay, they make work socks, as Kuro said. They're not quite as important as that main line, obviously. You got your first pieces, your second pieces, and those little fluffy bits, and then the bits that cover the tennis balls. All action right now. Joel Henare, the master wool handler, nice and tight, places it in the appropriate bag there for the judges out the back. Alabaster. Oh, Ronnie Goss, we know what she can do, Tuma. We saw her in action last year. She doesn't do the razzle-dazzle, but she works really, really smartly.
She does work smartly, and that's what you need to do up at this level. You've got to be smart. You know, everything's got to be right. You've got to, your eye has got to be in. These baskets are only, you know, sort of 50 by 50. So these wool handlers, they're chucking at about 3 meters. You know, it's some of these oddmans are traveling about 3 meters from one side of the table to the other. You know, just having a look through these oddmans here, we've got a bit of VM, as we call it, or vegetable matter. You know, there's a neck basket. We've got locks, we've got socks, we've got eye clips, we've got belly wool, we've got frib wool. You know, there's another empty bin there that's there if you've got a bit of stain, a bit of dags. You know, these wool handlers, it's their job to process this wool. And in the wool shed, when they're working in, say, in a 4-stand team, they'll be processing a fleece probably every 25 to 30 seconds.
Yeah, this is just how a real shed is. And I tell you what, you see, folks, they've got 10 baskets there and 10 lines. Is this for show? Is this for all you people here? No, no, this is what they do in the shed. They have 10 lines as well. Why? It's important to do it right now. This is the best time. Sure, you get another chance when it goes through the wool scare. Sure, it'll go under a fancy light and across the conveyor belt once it's been washed. But
50.
This is the best time to get it. Joel Henneray is on fire, Tuma. He's bouncing around. The wool's falling off the side.
12.
There's not a huge area to...
10.
Here we go. This is the changeover. They're going to
9.
have to get going. Ladies and gentlemen, get in behind your favourite. We've got
7.
a man counting down.
6.
Anita Phillips.
5.
This is your time.
4.
Come on, this is your workout. You won't have to
3.
go to the gym tonight. Joel Henneray
2.
getting the table out of the way.
1. Okay, shearers, let's go with the second
We're
shear.
away again. We're on to second shear now. They've got to have a big tidy up. They've got to get all that full wool sorted. They've got to get those tables clear. They won't be required for the second shear. Okay, the second shear is a different kettle of fish, if that's what you want to call it. They're going to dump all that stuff on the floor, okay? And they're going to blend it towards the end. Now, what they're going to do and why they blend lamb's wool in second shear is because they've got a lot of different lengths. And when they blend it, they become an average length, of course. So they'll do some razzle-dazzle, end up in the rafters and in the lights as they really start smoking into it, Tuma.
Yes, you're right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we're on what we call the second shear. This wool is a little bit shorter. It's probably about 6 months in growth. The wool that's on the table is about 12 months in growth. So that's why we say full shear is usually 1 year and second shear is usually between 6 and 8 months. And the processing of second shear is all done on the board. Right there with the shear of these wool handlers, they need to stay. They need to take all the second pieces, first pieces of these animals and place it in the respectable baskets. There is 3 baskets that they're allowed to mix up. That is the frib, the eye clip and the socks. Everything else has got to go into a whole new bin altogether. These poor wool handlers, geez, they're doing it tough.
Ah, yeah. This primary ITO sponsored event. Now they're thinking, Joel's thinking, what job will I do? I know where I'm going to go. I'm going to get back to that table. I want it clear. Anita Phillips. What's she doing now? Shoves that over there. Get that second shear out of the way. Cherie Alabaster. We haven't given her much ear time at the moment. And the ear time for the fleeces, it's been there and done that. The only time you're going to see ear time now, folks, is when they do at the very finish all that razzle-dazzle. They start flicking that stuff all over the place. Ronnie Goss. Every time I talk to Ronnie or about Ronnie, give her ear time because she moves so slowly, so exactly, so precisely. She makes me just feel so relaxed. Look at her just floating around there. Take a look, ladies and gentlemen, down the bottom stand. Ronnie Goss, methodical. Every place, every step, everything's accounted for. That comes from years and years of in the shed. Real maturity, working smarter, not harder. Maturity and age does that, as we all know. The days of rustle bustle are over as Ronnie does the finishing touches there. That's that second shear out of the way. Good work, Ronnie. Hey, but rustle bustle under the spotlight. Other ones down on the front stands here. Joel Henneray cleaning the board. The board must be cleaned as well, folks, before that shearer comes out, or these blue shirts, all these judges will dock them for that. They've got a lot going on. They've got to work around this wool table. But these are the open wool handlers. They know how to handle challenges and hurdles and obstacles and things like that and changes, and that's what they've got to do right here. We want to find out who is the best here at the Golden Shears. We do not give ribbons away lightly here. If you've got one of them on the wall, you're special. You really, really did fire one day. And here we go. Get that little fribby stuff out from around the ears. Now they're lining up that little pile. They're starting to get a pile now, Tuma, down here.
Yes, they're getting a pole down here, just watching Ronnie Goss work. You know, like you were saying, everything is very exact, precise. And then I'm watching this Cherie Alabaster here on table number 3. Down the last side, her Shearer comes and she's sort of a little bit more erratic. We got Anita Phillips down there on table number 3. Number 2, Anita, you're doing a good job. Keep it up. But at the moment, if you look at the points up above, it's all on table 1, Gerald.
Table 1, well, I tell you what, the full wool throws, folks. What were they judging? If you can take your mind back there, even though we're on the last one, just for a second too. Take your mind back. We wanted those fleeces to land on the table square. We wanted no hangover. We didn't want any bunching. And I tell you, Joel Henry, who was only 3 to 4 metres away from me, threw some little beauties. And I had some confidence, because I'm not a wool handler, to give you a bit of an insight on the microphone. But I was getting the call from some experienced wool handlers behind me who were in the audience saying, "Oh, Joel, that's a little beauty." So he made a lot of points up there, I can tell you that. Now he's back to the shearer now. Working away. Look at their fingers. They get right in there. They've got to keep a good eye on. What they can't do, if they start flicking this wool all over the place, ladies and gentlemen, the little fribby bits that they're trying to get out at the moment are in around the corners of the belly and around under their legs and arms. Now, if that falls correctly, if they just get a bit foolish, or if a sheep starts kicking, that starts getting blended naturally in with the good wool. Now, once it's in there and you've got a little bundle you've got to grab to one wee scoop, it's now 1,000 little bundles all
Let 'em
tangled
go,
up,
Shearer.
and we don't want that. Here we go, razzle dazzle time. Tuma.
We got 30 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. These wool handlers have got to clean up. They need to blend their wool. We call it the shakedown. And look down there, tables 1, 2, and 3. They're really getting into it. Ronnie, she's a little wee bit behind. But look at this Joel Henry down there on table number 1. He's looking around. I think he's thinking, I reckon that's me. Who? Anita Phillips.
Wow, what a super fast tidy up. Alabaster down on all fours. She give it such a big shake. Give her a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Cherie Alabaster, third one. Ronnie Goss, the methodical Ronnie Goss, ladies and gentlemen. What a super, man, that was a quick tidy up, Tuma. They just nailed that.
Oh, they certainly are. What happens is they need to blend all those flishes into each other, and the way that those open competitors are jumping up and down, you know, you got to give them a 0 for those blends.
Yeah, they're super blends, all right. The key then is when this bale would naturally be a bale in a wool shed, it heads off to the wool store, and there's a sample of wool. When a Chinese man or whoever it might be buys a line of wool off you, a big sort of grab goes into a bale, and it automatically grabs a hunk of wool and it pulls it out. And that happens to be one fleece that was a short or a smaller two-tooth or an animal and had a shorter fleece, and that's what come out. It ends up in a little box, and that's what the buyer sees. So what we want is we want an exact average line. So every time that scoop comes out, it's a direct average indicator of what's in that whole line, and hopefully then getting a better price for it. So the big shakedown is very, very important part.
Thank you, Gerald. Very informative commentary, Gerald and Tuma Mullins. Look, I've got Anita Phillips here. Anita's from a little town, Taumaranui. And did the moment get to you tonight, being your first open wool handling final?
Yes.
Elaborate a little bit more. How did it get to you?
Just fitness-wise, I think. I thought I was pretty fit, but when I got up there, geez.
Well, Primary ITO is the sponsor, and I'm sure they had a wonderful display of wool, top-flight wool handling. We don't know who's won this event tonight, but just looking at the points, Anita, it's nice to have you here, and we look forward to you. You look pretty fit, though.
Yeah, I thought it was. Till tonight. Need a bit more running, I think.
Ladies and gentlemen, give Joel, Cherie, Ronnie, and Anita a good hand as they leave the stage in the Primary Wools Open Wool Handling Championships.
We do have a wallet that's been handed in. The wallet's been handed in to the microphone table. If the person would like to claim it, come and tell me what it's all about.
Okay, we got a little bit more entertainment here. Holy smokes, Raylene, are you okay? These Southland women, they're pretty hard. Okay, now we've got Sasha Hart, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, testing.
Sasha's going to sing us 2 songs, ladies and gentlemen. Give her a hand. She's a little wee bit nervous.
is it. This is the one that we have been looking forward to, the Golden Shears Open Shearing Final for 2015. And of course, the entry list has been whittled down to just 6. Now, the winner of the Golden Shears Open Final will receive the following: $3,000 and the New Zealand Golden Shears Open Challenge Trophy, a place in the New Zealand team on their next tour, a Lister handpiece, and the Royal Agricultural Society New Zealand Gold Medal. And of course, the ultimate accolade, which is being crowned the 2015 Golden Shears Open Champion. So, sit back, relax, I certainly will, and enjoy the action, the 2015 Golden Shears Open Final.